Welcome to the show. It's a daytime vibe, DC purple, let the positivity drive. Catching up on the highlights, what's new, what's real, flowing through the moments, that's our ideal. Grab your drink, let's unwind. In this space, good time find. Daytime pop-up, we're loud and we're free. With DCT, the purple diva, cup with me, catching all the good. In this vibrant space, join the fun, come on now, let's embrace. Stories from our lives and the world around. Pop-up chat, hear the joy, feel the sound. From laughter to lessons, all wrapped in a beat. Tune in, stay close, let's vibe on this street. See the love, feel the flow. With every second, watch us glow. Daytime pop-up, we're live and we're free. With DCT's and purple diva, cup with me, catching all the good. In this vibrant space, join the fun, come on now, let's embrace. Together we rise, thanks for coming by. In this daytime pop-up, we reach for the stars.
From the west side. Let me get the music going. Let's keep it going. I'll be with y'all in just one second.
Welcome to the show. It's a daytime vibe, DC purple, let the positivity drive. Catching up on the highlights, what's new, what's real, flowing through the moments, that's our ideal. Grab your drink, let's unwind. In this space, good time find.
Okay, hold on.
Daytime pop-up, we're loud and we're free. With
Off
DCT,
of
the purple diva,
camera.
cup with me, catching all the good. In this vibrant space, join the fun, come on now, let's embrace.
All right. Now let me change the music.
Stories from our lives and the world around. Pop.
Happy Thursday. Feliz Jueves. It is a beautiful, beautiful July day. Gonna start it out with a little sad news, and that would be R.I.P. Hulk Hogan. I just dropped a few minutes ago the short in regards to Hulk Hogan, who is reported to have passed today by TMZ at the age of 71, just like a week or two shy of his 72nd birthday. And crazy because he's a little over 10 years older than myself. But, black don't crack. Black don't crack, and but up until he started having all the health issues, he looked good for his age. You know, it's unfortunate that many of us are going to remember him because of uh, the racial slurs that he made about 10 years ago. That was truly distasteful and unfortunately showed a lot of us who he was. But, you know, rest in peace. And, I love his daughter, you know, Brooke, and his son Nick. The kids are cool. They really have nothing to do with their parents' foolishness. And I think, from my understanding, Brooke had pretty much cut everybody off. So, I mean, both of the parents off. 'Cause- So, a, a very splintered family. But my condolences go out to them. My condolences definitely go out to them. But let me just, get into, what I want, some of the stuff that I want to talk about. I did get on here last night and I spoke about some of the stuff in regards to the Jackie Christie situation, and I've gotten an additional clarity in regards to that since last night. Um, because as I said, I don't really watch Basketball Wives regularly since the OG debacle on the show, because it just kind of showed me, you know, the unfortunate of within our in our people, not only our colorism, light skin versus dark skin, but also, you know, unfortunately, we Black Americans sometimes do not get along with our counterparts from the continent. And I think that's one of the things that's being shown greatly during this time now that we, have the person in charge that we have in charge with things like Essence Fest, where they're literally playing in Black Americans' face. And also the move for many of us to stop calling ourselves African American. Yeah, hmm that part. And I do have a video coming up that I'll be dropping. Let's see. I don't know if I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna try to drop it. I'm gonna try to drop it this week. Let me turn this down, y'all. Hold on. I know I'm at work. Y'all don't need to hear my work ping, especially because the pings that are coming right now on something that I'm not even working on. Just, office chatter. It's just office chatter. But um got a little bit more clarity in regards to Jackie Christie and her daughter Chantel. And I still stand on what I said in regards to mother and daughter should not be getting into it in public. But based on what I heard, which was the actual dialogue that happened during the scene, it's clear that the situation was intentionally provoked by the daughter. And it's like, whatever her issues are with her mother, it's like she wanted to out that her mother is a different person in private than she is as the TV personality. And here's what I want to say about that. We know this. Nobody in reality TV is portrayed as who they really are in real life. Then we also have the fact that the other sister, her other daughter, has kind of jumped in there and is siding with mom. And I was correct. Both of her children, both of her daughters, are her husband's kids. But Chantel is calling her mother bees and all kinds of crazy stuff, downright disrespecting her mom. And I my mom is gone to glory. I don't care. I don't care what issues that me and my mom may have had at any point during our mother-daughter relationship when she was here. It never, I never disrespected my mom. It never even crossed my mind. First of all, my mama would have knocked me into next week, grown or a child, you know. And I know that when we become adults, it is hard for our parents, mothers and fathers, to change that dynamics in many cases, from treating you like a child to treating you like an adult because you are an adult. It's a very tricky dynamic. And I remember when my mom was here, I would sometimes have to remind her. I said, Mama, I'm an adult. I'm grown. I pay my own bills. I got my own mortgage. I got my own car note. I'm somebody else's parent now too. And so I understand it from that point. But and I don't care what your issue is with your parent. That kind of disrespect is just over the top. And even if Chantel thinks that she looks good, she don't look good. She don't look good. She looks stupid. And she looks like, she's the villain in this. Even if she's trying to make her mama the villain, you the villain, Chantel. So I mean, but like I said last night, when you think about off balance or toxic dynamics between a parent and child, let's just think about Marvin Gaye and Marvin Gaye Sr. and how that situation ended. Not not saying that this would be anything like that, but and however, they got into a physical altercation, which could have probably gone further had not Jackie just walked away. And I have to give it to Jackie because I have to give it to her because she hasn't been the type to walk away. And just from what I heard in the conversation, because they're doing the audio. Nobody wants to get a copyright strike from VH1. Um, Chantel was the aggressor, and Jackie was trying to de-escalate the situation. And you a 30-something-year-old woman trying to fight your 50-something-year-old mama. Are you okay? Girl, are you okay? That's what I want to know. Are you okay? Anyway, moving right along, moving right along. So I've been, floating through these YouTube streets, you know, listening to the content, you know, on other content creators. And as I stroll through these YouTube streets today, I'm hearing some interesting information that probably is TMI about one content creator, you know, putting their mouth on another content creator's musty, stanky eggplant. And then said content creator with the musty, stinky eggplant had the audacity to say that they didn't even do a good job at it. I'm going to sip my coffee. What the what? First of all, why are you putting your mouth on a nasty, musty eggplant in the first place? And secondly, how are you able to do the do like that on a nasty, musty eggplant? Were you holding your nose while you were trying to put that thing in your mouth? Did you have to wash your mouth out afterwards to get rid of all those bacteria? Or use a did you use a one of those, you know, dental guard things that is used in safe sex for, you know, or well, obviously, I guess they didn't have, prophylactic on the musty eggplant. I guess they didn't because but the question is, how do we here on the platform know that you did that? And how do we know that it was a musty, funky eggplant? And how do we know that you didn't do a good job? Why we know this? Why do we know this? See, to me, this is content that shouldn't be content. This should not be content. This shouldn't be content at all. But here we are. And I'm talking about it because I'm just baffled. And then, but part of this is because we have men getting into it with women. And here's my thing, I don't care what your sexual orientation is or what your pronouns are. If you are XY chromosome, you shouldn't be getting into it with XX chromosomes. Let XX chromosomes fight amongst each other, and XY chromosomes fight amongst each other. Stop it. It's just I'm like, what are we doing? I'm like, do y'all do that in real life or just here on the platform? Do y'all do that out there, you know, to, women? I mean, are men out there arguing with women out in, in the real world or just behind the keyboards and mics on YouTube? Is that is that how we're doing it? Because I'm just asking. Because it looks dumb. What's the point? Women shouldn't be addressing men and men shouldn't be addressing women about some stupid ish on the platform. And then we have people doxing each other. Well, see, y'all take this to real life and take it off of YouTube. And then you have to deal with real life consequences. Why? 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 Now, granted, if you are a content creator on this platform, the other content creators are your coworkers. Do y'all do this in your offices or just in your virtual office online? I'm just wondering because at this point it's just rather just tired. I'm like, don't y'all have some creativity? Don't you have something else to talk about besides each other? And I'm just wondering, isn't there something else, or is that the only content that you can come up with? I'm like, here's hell. If you can't come up with some content on your own, go present some a topic to Chat GPT or Deep Seek and let it help you come up with uh you know the stuff that you would talk about or things to discuss. Help it to to help you to research on various topics. Or get out there and do the Google and find the information yourself and do it the old fashioned way, writing it out and then presenting it. Either way, there's many things that you can do. You could even create an AI you to present said content. See how that works? I'm giving you stuff. I'm giving you ways, you know, because talking about each other, talking about what's going on in 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 people's members only or on their Discord or in their Patreon, behind paywalls and all kinds of that's that's content to you. Means you don't have no originality. With all the celebrities to talk about, with all the stuff in politics to talk about, with all the different other things to talk about, all the things going on in the world right now. I'm just I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hold on. So anyway, all right. I have to make sure everything's coming off clearly to you guys when you do. You know, so I want to make sure that those who catch this on the replay, you know, get it. And I know I'm gonna have to do this a few times. Well, a bunch of times. Get myself into the algorithm again for doing live streams and not just uploading content. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. But watching all this madness that's going on in the black parts of YouTube, and I wish I could say it's just in one part of black YouTube, but it's no, 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 no. The doxing and making other content creators, your content it's all over. It's not even just a black YouTube thing. It seems to be, you know, a thing. But I guess I'm just gonna wait and see how these changes continue to go and see how you know things get pushed. Because see, here's the thing: beefing with other content creators or doxing other content creators or making other content creators your content is not really ad friendly content. And since you know most of y'all have monetized channels, I just be trying to figure out why are you doing that? You could get a little higher, or your click, you know, stuff would go up if you find something else to talk about. Or maybe you don't really care. If that's the case, fine. But does it have to be all you talk about? You don't have nothing else to talk about but other people. And then when people aren't bothering you, why are you bothering them? Like, why are you bothering somebody who's not bothering you? I'm just wondering. Let me pull my microphone closer. There. So I can. Oops. Oops. Let me. I pulled it too close. There we go. I almost pulled it off of its mount. But I've been watching all of that stuff. I'm like last night, part of my commentary was about an up and coming artist and the experience at their concert because this person is somebody that I watched grow up. And my son first concert experience being somebody that is one of his peers, somebody he knows on a platform, and about that that person who is, the artist, Sir Inglewood Sir, and his mom was a friend of mine, a And it's been almost a year since she left this earth, but her children are blowing up in the music industry. And everything that is coming out with her son now is all the stuff that she was working for. And people often wondered why she did not, become this big, huge gospel music artist. But the songs that she wrote will last for eternity because she wrote one of the biggest songs that another artist made big, which is My Help. People think Donnie McClurkin wrote that song, but he honored that song and got it out there because that was a song that was birthed in my church by our minister of music, Jackie Boucher Ferris. But but all three of her sons are in the music industry, and the son who headlined at the Hollywood Bowl this weekend was her youngest child, her baby boy. She had three boys. She called them her three kings, just like I call my son King David. Her son were her three kings, and they love their mother immensely, and their father too. But he had a sold out show. Inglewood Sir had a sold out show this weekend. His older brother Devion was singing background for him. His other brother came in and helped them with the rehearsal, and his other brother is D Smoke, who won the show Rhythm and Flow a couple of years ago. The first one. He was the first winner on Rhythm and Flow, which is a rap competition. And oldest brother Devion Ferris is known, really, Japan just loves him. He's done a lot of stuff over there. But the baby, sir, he has become a superstar. And he didn't see this for himself, but his mama saw this for him. And it just was a blessing, really, 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 to see that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Thank you. Girl, I'm just over here talking. I didn't even see the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. I need to come up with a donation thing. Thank you so much. But it was just it was a beautiful thing. Just my son has so much fun, and I was glad that I was able to, help him experience stuff, normal stuff for for an almost 30-year-old, like going to a concert with his peers. It was it was it was crazy because when we were younger, we didn't do concerts like they do now. Now we get out there and we sing all the lyrics to songs from 30 years ago, 20 years ago, when we're going to the old school concerts. But this younger generation, when they come to the show, they're singing they know all the lyrics, all of these songs. And it was crazy to be there and the audience was singing along to every single word of his song. It was crazy. That was just my first experience seeing that with a young artist, and that blew my mind that they have influence. And Sir is also special to me because one of his children, one of his daughters, is on the spectrum. And I remember before his mom, passed, and even since then, I'm always checking to see what's going on with her and everything. And my friend Jackie always watched how I was with my son as he grew up. You never know who's watching you. A lot of people were watching me. All right, I'll see you later. I'll see you later. Thank you for coming through. You never know who is watching you. I'm like, part of, what I do on this channel is I talk about the challenges and things with autism and having an adult on the spectrum at this point. But just the things that I went through, you know, getting him to this point. And you don't know who's watching the things that you're doing with your child, be they on the spectrum or not. People watch how we raise our children. People watch that, you know, they do. And it has warmed my heart that, other people, ask me things, and I'm, fortunate and blessed that I'm able to share things from my own personal experience, which is another reason why this book is about to come out it'll be out by the end of this year. It'll be finished in the next 2 months. And I'm going to be doing some things to ensure that that does happen, including this August, this next month. I'm going to be going to a Speak and Write conference with Lisa Nichols. I'm investing in myself to take myself to the next level because I know that I'm not just supposed to be talking to y'all on YouTube about this. I know that I should be speaking about this. I know that I probably should do a TED Talk, even though I don't see myself as the person that would be out there doing a TED Talk. Other people see that in me. So I'm trying to get myself to where I need to be for me to do those things, you know, and hopefully walk off of my job before I am actually retirement age. And I'm close to that age now, you know. So we working on it. I'm doing the things that I need to do to make that come to fruition. But how folk are on here just making other people their content? Come on. I know y'all are more creative than that. I know y'all have to be. Y'all gotta be more creative than that. That can't just be it. Tell me that y'all got more. You know. I'm just saying. Y'all got more. Y'all got more to do than that. But it has been about 40 minutes that I have been on here for this daytime pop-up. And I'm trying to keep them to like between 30 and 45 minutes when I come on during the day. And, I do have to go back to work. Gotta go back to work. You know, well, I have to continue working because while I've been talking to y'all, I have been actually working, which is the reason why we do not come on camera. Because, we can't have y'all seeing our work stuff. But let me come on camera for just 1 second. Just moving the mic away. What is going on? Coming off this little thing. It's gonna look crazy. But come on for 1 second. I will see you guys later. I'll see y'all later. I will be back. I have a little glass off because I have to have on glasses, when I'm working, and that's the reason I don't come on camera because you can potentially see my working screen and not just drop my phone. Anyway, I will see you guys later because I'm over here making a mess. In the meantime, I offer you peace and blessing from the West Side. And to the replay gang, thank you for coming and watching the replay. I'll see y'all later. I'm out. Peace. Bye, y'all.